The poet in me is a baker, overworking the dough, part Jim Carrey, part Van Gogh, shape-shifting myself into bloody stumps of fiction so often you will have forgotten who I really am. A tall drink of Pasadena palm, swaying to good vibrations in the Santa Ana winds. I have the blood of a stiff redwood, lost in a thick fog of grateful dead. At my heart, I am lit up like a Christmas tree. I reside where forest fire meets an epidemic of earthquakes along the San Andreas. My faulty limbs have become the spiritual awakening of the Hollywood sign. Tomorrow, and for a limited time only, I will be a large round donut with pink frosting and glitter adorning the roof of a place that sells joy filled with jelly, topped with sprinkles. You can't miss me.
Since 1894, Vroman's Bookstore has been a Pasadena institution and literary landmark. For over a century, we have been honored to be a part of our community and for the role you've allowed us to play in your lives. Because of you, we have weathered this last year, and as we forge ahead together, we want to thank you. Our customers are at the heart of all we do, and with your continued support, we will be here for years to come. Vroman's Bookstore, since 1894.
But before I read, I want to ask you to try as much as you can to put aside the reductive and Disneyfied version of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and to think of the 7 men that Snow White lived with as exactly that, 7 small men, real men with the same passions and fears as you and I have. Here's the poem. The speaker is Snow White. There I lay with a piece of apple caught in my throat. I wasn't dead. I wasn't alive, not in the usual sense. Trance is the perfect word. Uneasy trance. I could see the same sky move from light to dark and back again and again, and always one of them stood guard. They took turns like they took turns cooking and washing up. Sometimes happy polished the glass coffin, bashful looked askance, but alone with me, they bared their souls. They didn't know that I could hear. I can't repeat the things they said. They're private beyond privacy, privacy transmuted into mystery. They loved me truly. One kiss from any of them and I would have sat up and yawned. Maybe they didn't want to stand on a box to do it. Maybe they just didn't know how to kiss. I was as bored as any figure in a snow globe. I was happy to see the prince. He loved me in the customary true love way. After his customary kiss, I got to take a deep breath As I said goodbye to the dwarves, I whispered to each of them, "Your secret's safe with me." They wept like children and held onto my skirt as I tore myself away.
I want to take this opportunity to thank my breasts for being such good sports. Still perky after so many letdowns. Still happy to meet new people, willing to try new things. When they first arrived, way before my friends had theirs, we had some fun, jumping up and down on my bed, lying on my side to feel them squished together, the miracle of cleavage. I'd imagine I was Anne Margaret and Bye Bye Birdie, hold my pink princess phone, watch them, watch me in the mirror as I flirted with a pretend boyfriend. They tormented Mr. Johnson, my pervy flute teacher. Were felt up by Angel at Phil's Pizza on Broadway, took me to bed at night crying to be touched. They hadn't a clue how far we'd go together, how many padded bras I'd shake them into, release them from. There was that scare when I was 20, an overnight at doctor's hospital, anesthesia, biopsy, stitches, pressure bandage covering my left nipple like an eye patch, damp with sweat that long, humid summer. But that was that. Only a wisp of scar remains, pale as a thinning hair, undecipherable to even the smoothest lips. They got smaller as I got older, but a man I love tells me they're pretty. They fed my son those glorious first 18 months, and when the milk was gone, their new life began. They had no friends, no other breasts to talk to, but they always had me, still do. And right now, we're going to take a walk in the park.
You slid through the broken window like you'd misplaced your key, like you had dibs on the house chamber, kicking your dirty boots up the same way you did on your high school principal's desk when he told you you might not amount to much. But those haters must have seen you on Insta with your Jesus Saves t-shirt, waving your index foam finger. Surely they recognized you, you patriot, you ninja, you Chuck Norris of Constitution and country. They must have seen your selfies with that Yellowstone wolf, his face paint and animal horns gleaming in every camera flash. What would the naysayers say now, seeing you like this, flag draped across your shoulders like an Olympian medalist? Surely they would notice how far you've come, how much you have made of yourself.
Looking for your next summer read? Sink into a new book from the largest independent, non-profit book publishing company in Southern California, Red Hen Press. You can peck up literature you will love from award-winning authors in literary fiction, creative nonfiction, poetry, and memoir. Support Red Hen and visit redhen.org for more info.